Welcome all. This presentation that I am about to hold for you is called Value Generation Through Combined Technology. This presentation was originally held for a conference in Hamburg last year, where I'll show you the 4 examples of how you can combine Dynamics 365 services from Microsoft and any generic or specialized e-commerce solution. It's meant to be an inspiration to show our customers how we can actually combine the different technologies and thereby creating more value by using both of these platforms together. And there is one comment here already. Great. Okay, just bear with me. So first off, just briefly, my name is Frode Stenstrøm. My life roles and responsibilities, I spend all my free time, or the most of my free time, outside in some ski slope, skiing with my family and friends. And my role in ProsessPilotene is working as a business advisor and technology enthusiast. And I work mostly on solution design and pre-sales solutions from there. I encourage you all to check out the YouTube channel that we have for our company, where we have a whole bunch of webinars and seminars and podcasts to show you how you can use Dynamics well. ProsessPilotene is the largest consultancy company in Norway, 13 years of operations, 200 plus customers, and it's owned by the employees. And for today's agenda, I'm going to be talking to you about 3 points, actually, or maybe 4 points. One is how to get customers using the 2 technologies together, how to sell to those customers by using them together, and how to support your customers. And at the end of the presentation, I also talk a little bit about analytics. So let's get to it. And if you have any questions, just to drop them in the chat window chat window, and I will get to see those questions right here. So let's get started. The first example is marketing and customer journeys. And the thing here is that you can apply Dynamics Customer Insights to your existing data e-commerce platform or vice versa to attain your customers and use what we call data-driven customer journeys. And so why would you want to do this? Well, the value proposal is that you want to gain new customers and you want to attain the existing customers. And the first part of that is what we call a profiling. You have a bunch of known users, those are the ones that you log into your system and you know who are, but you also have a set of unknown users that you do not know who are. And one of the greatest challenges in all marketing is to try to convert your unknown users to known users so you can start communicating with them. The other part is content. By combining these 2 technologies that I mentioned, you can tailor your website and use push notifications to drive content that is relevant for the user. One such example is by using the profiles with inside Customer Insights, the Microsoft product. You know what the interest of that customer is, and you can use that information in your e-commerce setting to be able to show the right products to the right customers, for example. And journeys is all about creating a scenario where you allow your customers to get the correct information from you. The most common scenarios that I see is related to a forgotten shopping cart, where you want to drive your customers back to your site. The other part is what we call loyalty programs, where you have, for example, bonus programs or customer clubs or whatever. All of those can be driven and created with Dynamics Customer Insights and combined with your e-commerce tools. So that is why you would want to combine these tools together, because in some, those will give you more customer, gain new customers and attain new customers existing. The tools that are used to realize such a scenario, an overview, is the Microsoft product that's called Customer Insights Data, which will give you the B2C or B2B profiling and your targets and sales goals. It simplifies the whole process of having to create a data warehouse, for example, for this specific use purpose. The other tool is Customer Service Insights journeys, which is the marketing tool where you have your leads nurturing, your journeys, and your events that will drive traffic to your e-commerce site. And the last part is, for example, one kind of tool that you could use is Dynamic Web, one of our partners for e-commerce tools, which will then have the e-commerce experience. You can have the content management system or any other CMS system if you want to have create yourself a simple website. And a little bit about Customer Insights for those of you who don't know what that is. Customer Insights is really a CDP in our world, customer data platform, that will take all of the different data from all of the different data sources, do some enrichments, and then pass that along to the different services. And some of the great areas that we have a lot of need for is, for example, to be able to do ad activation based on whatever is happening inside Customer Insights. By passing along the different marketing groups and segments to and from, you can really drive campaigns and simplify and automate your campaign automation in ads, for example. And the way this is set up is really quite simple. You have yourself an e-commerce storefront, for example, that is built upon Dynamic Web or any other e-commerce platform for that matter. You inject Customer Insights profiling. You can use Google Tag Manager or any tag manager of choice to ingest those tags that you need from Customer Insights to the storefront. And Customer Insights will then also connect to Dynamic Web Database to be able to create your journeys. It's really quite a simple setup to get going, and it creates a lot of different use cases. The most common use cases that I think are relevant for this is profile gathering, which allows you to customize the storefront based on the interest shown of the user. Lead scoring, making sure that you drive and increase the score of leads before you contact them or put them higher up in the hierarchy of your pipelines. You can create events, marketing events, brand awareness events to tell stories about your products. And of course, customer journeys like the ones that I mentioned here, which are the most common. Structuring customer data onboarding, forgotten shopping cart experiences, order confirmation, my page experiences, and of course, GDPR consent experiences. If you do not use Dynamics Insights as part of your storefront, then you'll have to buy or create all of these experiences yourself. So that's my whole point of this, is that by combining these technologies, you can really save yourself a lot of pain and get more a good, better service for your customers again. If you want more information on this and see what the products actually look like, you can go to the Dynamics Customer Insights page and check out those two videos that are on the YouTube channel of ProsessPilotene, where you'll actually see these products live and kicking. The second experience that I wanted to talk about, or example rather, is the sales experience, where you can apply Dynamics 365 Sales to enable the best possible sales experiences, both for business-to-business relationships and business-to-consumer. So why would you want to combine Dynamics 365 Sales with e-commerce systems? Well, it's to get, at the end of the day, better utilization of your sales staff. So the first one that I really find to be interesting, and I've actually done this in a project, is what I call a one experience. There will be one quote, one order, and one contract. For the most common scenarios that I've seen in real life is that usually a company has maybe an ERP system, they have a CRM system, maybe they have an e-commerce system, and maybe they have a point-of-sale system. All of these systems, they really deal with the same customers. They deal with the same orders and the same quotes and the same products, which makes it a hassle for the sales department to manage these customers. By doing one experience like this, by integrating the tool, you'll have one quote. It doesn't matter if you send a quote via your CRM system or your e-commerce platform, it's still just one quote, which will convert to one order and then one contract. It really simplifies the life and makes sure that no matter what the channel that your customer is using, they will always have one authority of quotes and orders and contracts. The next part that I wanted to highlight is reduction of errors. A lot of the times in the B2B space, a sales representative will send a quote to the user with a whole bunch of attachments, maybe in Excel sheets and other order lines. And it's very error-prone and manual procedure. When you combine Dynamics 365 Sales with an e-commerce storefront, instead of sending an email to the customer, you can redirect the customer to the Dynamics storefront, allow the customers to get the proposal presentation, do whatever corrections they need, and fulfill the order right away. It's really a reduction of errors and then thereby also a time-saving initiative. Of course, the sales pipeline will be different because the sales pipeline inside Dynamics will no longer just be driven by whatever the sales representative enters, but also what's happening on the shopping cart experience. And it also opens up the area of tendering and more advanced procurement processes, for example. And it can go both ways, both from a vendor to a supplier and supplier to a vendor. If you want to realize such a scenario, the tools that you are going to be using is, of course, Dynamics 365 Sales. That gives you the master for leads, opportunities, pros, orders, contracts, and pricing. You would also use Sales Insights to give you sentiment analysis, relationship analysis, budgets, KPIs, and sequencing, which really will drive the input on your state of mind in terms of if your customers are happy with you or not. And it also allows you to enter, for example, your customer budgets. And again, the other piece, and it could be Dynamic Web or any other e-commerce system, which will again drive your e-commerce and CMS just like in the other scenario of marketing. So for those of you who don't know what Dynamics 365 Sales is, I think you should have followed my channel by now, or you should see this, but it's a really the best solution to drive any kind of sales process, both from the customer management and personal engagement, sales performance, and actionable insights product from Microsoft. And doing this, you can create such a website like this one, where actually the shopping cart on this particular website is in fact the quote area inside Dynamics. And when you do convert an order here to an order, that will also be an order within inside Dynamics. So this is a live example that you can check out if you want. To set it up, you can do this quite easy, or you can do it advanced, but the most easy way would be to have your storefront again up here in the middle. You would then go in and you would use your e-commerce tool to drive that storefront. Using Azure, you can do an integration where will pass traffic between Dynamic Sales and Dynamic Web or your e-commerce tool of choice. And that's really all that all there is to it to get this part running. I mentioned a few use cases as a starting of this, but I wanted to mention some few more. And probably the most important is that you'll have one customer master to rule all of the other systems. So you don't have to manage your customers both in the CRM, ERP, and e-commerce store. You can use Dynamics or your e-commerce store, and they will all be synced up and led together. Lead generation is also very important because anytime a customer logs into your site, your e-commerce site, but doesn't buy anything, that can generate a lead in your Dynamics, and it will answer the holy grail for marketing. What is the name of the person that is entering my website, for example? And I mentioned the other examples before, both on quote management, contract management, and order management. All of these things can be done with, like I mentioned here, like your shopping cart is what Dynamics quote, orders are orders, and you can also enforce dynamic pricing or any kind of pricing mechanism that you can build in Dynamics 365 for Sales that can then drive the pricing module inside your e-commerce system, which really will support a lot of the great stuff related to, for example, contract management. If you'd like more information on this part, check out the website biggarn.no, which is a live public website that you can go to if you want to see how that's in action, both with the login and all of the other services. And if you want more information about Dynamics 365 for Sales or how to manage your business contracts, we do have videos online for YouTube to show you those specific use cases directly. Third alternative that I wanted to highlight is customer service experiences, and this is all about attaining and retaining your customers and making sure that we can really create the best customer experiences for those who have bought anything on your website or are asking you questions, for example. And the reason why you want to combine an e-commerce tool or applied customer service, for example, in the scenario, is really to reduce the cost of customer service. There is a very strong and powerful solution with inside Dynamics 365 customer service that is related to voice, both for IVR solutions and self-hosting solutions. And lastly, and just the last few months, a great Copilot solution that allows you to have customers call in, ask questions in native language and get a response in native language. You can have self-service experiences, both in-app service and My Pages, and you can do case automation and knowledge management. And for any given particular e-commerce site, there's always questions from customers about products, delivery times, cost, how to use the products, and how to return them. All of that can be done through automation. And rather than building everything from scratch, there's a strong use case for combining Dynamics 365 customer service in such a web page, so you have that platform in your hands. The tools that we use to realize such a scenario is really the Dynamics 365 customer service part, which allows you then to have case resolution, your activities, your knowledge database and resources. Again, if you were to create this in your CMS system or your e-commerce system, it's going to be expensive and it's going to be custom. Here you can go in and check out those parts and just build them in a Dynamics 365 customer service database. The other great part of this is that Microsoft has a solution called Contact Center. It's a fully fledged phone system for high volume call centers that supports voice, chat, IVR, and now also Copilot for automation. And the great part of the Contact Center solution product from Microsoft is it can be used as an integrated part of customer service from Microsoft, or it can be used as a standalone product if you, for example, you are using Salesforce as your customer service product. It's a great starting place to build your best customer experiences and then combine both of those to Dynamic Web or any other e-commerce platform, which will again give you the e-commerce experiences and your CMS experiences, for example. So those are the tools involved. It's not complex, but those are the tools I would use to sort of retain my customers once I have a successful e-commerce platform up and running. So a little bit about what Contact Center is, as this is a fairly new product from Microsoft and not many people know about it. It all starts with your customers, which will support multiple channels: voice, SMS, email, web chat, social media, and Teams. They can really communicate with your system using Azure Communication Services, which will then again allows you to communicate with the database and the services, doing self-service, routing, and supporting the agent experiences and contact center supervisor experiences that you would expect from any professional contact center solution. And if you want to know more about the Contact Center and see that in the live demonstration, we have 2 videos on our YouTube channel that will demonstrate both of those, so you can see what those look like in action and see how well they actually perform. To set this up again, just like for the other scenarios, the way we would normally do this for you in a real-life customer scenario is, again, you'll have your storefront where you have your e-commerce platform driven by whatever e-commerce platform or choice that you have. Those are the key points always in all of the scenarios. The difference now is that in our company, we have created what we call My Pages boilerplate platform. It's a website that has all of the typical use cases that any customer would like to have for My Page solutions. They are all connected to Dynamics Contact Center, allowing you to both do, for example, a product return or a knowledge-based question. And again, Copilot is driving all of the data here between both this page and this page, for example. And from the customer point of view, we can design this to look like the same look and feel as your storefront. So from the customer point of view, there really is no difference. The use cases and results involved here, just to take a little bit more on those. I would say is the key point is the ticketing part, where every request that a customer gives you will be assigned a custom ticket. That customer ticket can then create an automated return as an example, and it can also be automatically resolved using AI agents or Power Automate flows. The knowledge database part is very powerful. We have also a YouTube video showing that particular part in specifics, where you can see that the system will drive and create proposed knowledge base articles, evaluate them, and return those back to the customer, so your agents can spend more time on more manual work than just not answering the same question over and over again. Voice and chat, we talked about those, so those are all very good use cases for customer service and engagement part in e-commerce world. Again, we have more information on all of these. There's a live demo of my pages on miljøpilotene.no webpage. We have also other YouTube videos that you can check out for more information on how you can actually build the greatest solution to attain and retain your customers in an e-commerce world. My last example that I want to spend a few minutes on is what's called data analytics. Data analytics is all about getting yourself in a position to make decisions based on facts and not on fiction. And the great part of that is you can enable upsell and cross-sell of your products to different customers. So why would you want to combine these tools again? Well, it's all about structured upsell and cross-sell, which is the most important part for any particular e-commerce site. In terms of sales here, we have data-driven proposals, for example, and cross-sell and upsells. So what this is all about is that instead of just proposing a generic product on your e-commerce site, you can use AI models and information that we have in our customer profile from customer insights to propose correct products to your users, which is really a powerful thing. And when we think about it, the possibility of cross-sell and upsell of products on an e-commerce world has been around for ages, much longer than the buzzword of Copilot and ChatGPT and all that. The e-commerce vendors were early adopters of structured product sales. The difference now is that instead of just looking at what's going on inside an e-commerce platform, they can also now utilize data from other systems such as Dynamics. AI, of course, is used by chat, for example, and again, that AI information can be fed information from a data warehouse to give more precise information, and it'll also allow reporting on the KPI side of things so that we know what is going on. For most e-commerce sites, there are just a few really key KPIs that are of importance. The first one being how many people can we have visiting our site. The next one is how many people can we, how large is the average shopping cart size? How low is the abandoned shopping cart size, for example? Those are usually the key KPIs that most e-commerce sites need. And by combining Dynamics databases and information and infrastructure with your e-commerce site, those reports can be structured. Thereby, you know how you can structure your cross-sell and upsell and marketing activities to your e-commerce site. There is a great possibility here also for that you can do yourself or use our services to build Copilot connectors to your e-commerce sites. That allows sales representatives to add and sell your products just via an AI agent, which is going to be a very big thing in the year 2025, 2026. Meaning, instead of just having to go enter the web page to go into the traditional experience of adding products to your shopping cart, you can talk to ChatGPT, you can talk to Google Gemini, you can talk to your Apple Siri, and you can say, buy this product, and they can actually buy the product for you using an AI agent. I wanted to then wrap things up with you, and thank you for the time right now on this particular seminar. It's going to be a short idea and inspiration for how you can combine the different tools. So hopefully we can all work together. And if you want to have more information about any of these examples and see how you can do that inside your company, please just scan the QR code or check out our use cases on our YouTube channel and contact us on LinkedIn, and we will be in touch. Thank you very much.